A lot of this is pretty things that I wear and use, but you know what I mean. Hello, welcome back to Classics with a Quirk, where I talk about contemporary and luxury designer items and brands with a touch of silliness. This is the kind of thing that you find interesting. Please do give this video a like and subscribe for more of it. Thank you. Today we're going to be doing a roundup of my current favorite little luxuries. Now these items are going to be ranging from very inexpensive to a little bit more on the pricey side, and it does include a couple of bags, but everything in this video is, in my opinion, quite affordable. And a lot of these items aren't just luxury pieces, though I do talk about several luxury pieces and luxury brands, but they're things that, in my opinion, really do improve the quality of my life. So they are lifestyle luxuries on top of just like pretty things that I wear and use. A lot of this is pretty things that I wear and use, but you know what I mean, or hopefully you do. These are just things that really have improved the quality of my life and just make my life more luxurious. Hope that you enjoy this video. Feel free to watch as much as you want. I hope that you stick to the end, but you know, this is going to be fun for me, and I hope that it will also be fun for you. We'll see. Now, the first thing I wanted to talk about is something that I think is probably important to a lot of us, and that is skincare. I did not really spend a lot of time taking care of my skin when I was younger. I did put on sunscreen, and for the most part I stayed out of the sun, but I didn't know anything about creams or moisturizers or cleansers besides soap, which I'm sure is making a lot of you cringe, but that was just the truth. I didn't grow up with a lot of education about it. So it's only in the last few years, like late 20s, early 30s, that I really started actually making steps to take care of my skin. And so for me, it's a very simple routine. It's basically a cleanser, a moisturizer, and a sunscreen. Not for at night, a cleanser, moisturizer, and a sunscreen for in the morning, and a cleanser and a moisturizer at night. And I just wanted to share a couple of the things that I use, or more than a couple, most of the things that I use. So in the morning, I just clean with Cerave. So I've really enjoyed Cerave. It is very affordable. You can get it pretty much anywhere, online, in the drugstore, wherever, and it works really well. This is the Cerave Foaming Facial Cleanser. And I think I just picked this up at my local Kroger, my local grocery store, and it really, really works. I have the for normal to oily skin because I'm usually using it to wash off a moisturizer from the previous night or to wash off a sunscreen. And I have actually dry skin, but this works really well for me to get those things off of my face. And then I follow it up with a moisturizer, so it works well. So I really like this. It's a foaming facial cleanser. You do not need a lot. You just, you know, use it on your skin for about a minute or more, and that's a thing that I do, cleanse my skin for a minute or more now, which, you know, sure, okay, I think it's been helping and making a difference. So that's what I do as my cleanser. And in the event that I am wearing sunscreen, so at night I also double cleanse. So first I use an oil-based cleanser. So I use this Burt's Bees cleansing oil with coconut and argan oil. Yeah, there we go. And I've been using this for actually a couple of years now. I think I mentioned it in my previous video in 2021 about items I really liked and used, so this was mentioned too. So in the night when I'm cleaning off a sunscreen, I use this first and then I follow it up with Cerave. So those are my two cleansers. And then for my moisturizer, I also use Cerave. So I use these two items. There's an AM and a PM moisturizing facial cleanser. This is my AM one. And there you go. And it includes 30 SPF, which I really like because it's a face base basically. So I put that on first thing in the morning, and then I don't have to worry about touch-ups until a little later in the day. And I don't usually spend a lot of time outside unless I'm, you know, taking a walk or something. So this really covers me for when I'm sitting at home and the sun is streaming in through a window or something. So the nice thing about this is it also has niacinamide in it and hyaluronic acid. It does go on with a little bit of a white cast. I believe that this is a mineral sunscreen, but that actually blends in really fast. I have very fair skin, as you can probably tell, so I don't know how it would work on people with deeper complexions, but I do notice that even though it starts with a white cast, it does blend in very quickly. Like it dissipates the white. So I like that. I didn't like it at first because I didn't see it until after the white cast had gone away, but it works in the end, so that's nice. And then this is the PM. And the only difference between this one is that this one doesn't have SPF in it. And, you know, obviously it's still a moisturizer, but it also has niacinamide in it and also has hyaluronic acid. And I really notice a difference, especially with this. Like after, because again, I have dry skin, after I wash my face, after I cleanse my face, I do tend to feel a little bit tight and dry. Not as bad as I used to be with like regular soaps. The Cerave cleanser is very gentle on my skin, but this, it goes on really smooth. It's got a little bit of a cooling feeling too, and it absorbs really well, and I like it a lot. So I recommend Cerave. I know that there are fancier skincares out there. I haven't tried a whole lot of fancier skincares. I'm always willing to learn and try new things, but these are great. They're also fragrance free, which I appreciate. And so yeah, Cerave skincare, which I really enjoy. The next thing on my lifestyle luxury list is a hair care item, and it is one that I haven't used a ton yet, but I did want to mention it because it has been making my life amazingly easier. Like, oh my gosh. So as some of you might know, especially if you've been here for a while, my hair has definitely gone through some changes. Primarily, it's gone from incredibly frizzy to slightly less frizzy with more curls. I learned that I have curly hair a little bit later in my life than some people might have done so. And so I only just recently started doing different methods to try to maintain curls and less frizz. And I think it's been working pretty well for the most part. Some of you have even commented on my hair in my videos, which I really appreciate it. Thank you for pointing it out if you think that there's something about me that looks nice. It's always nice. So yeah, but the thing is that my hair dries incredibly slowly. It's very fine, but it's also incredibly thick, or not incredibly thick, it's just kind of white person thick, medium thick, but it takes forever to dry because it really holds onto moisture. And so I had a couple of you recommend a diffuser, and I ended up finally getting one. So this one is from Conair. It's the Infi Pro, and it comes with a diffusing attachment. And when I say this has cut down on the drying time of my hair by hours, I am not being facetious. I used to wash my hair in the morning, and by 3 p.m. it was still damp, like not dripping, but still wet. And this has really, really cut down on that. I don't dry it to complete dryness. I dry it to like damp and then let the rest of it air dry. But this has saved me hours. It's very good. I'm still learning how to use it. If you have any tips on using a diffuser, or have any YouTube tips you want to point me to, please feel free to do so, because again, I'm learning, but this has made a huge difference. I really, really like it. Thank you so much to people who suggested a diffuser. It's been very, very good. The next thing on my list, and kind of tying into hair care, skincare, and also just a lifestyle luxury, is my new Brooklinen sheets. Now, this video is sponsored by Brooklinen. I want to say thank you to them for doing that and actually approaching me with this offer, because sleep is so important, you guys. And as some of you might know, I've actually been experiencing some health problems recently, and a lot of it has been attributed to the fact that I have a really hard time sleeping. Part of that was because I'm a poor sleeper, but a lot of that has to do with what I'm sleeping on, what I'm sleeping in. And okay, so Brooklinen is a company that produces luxury sheets for affordable prices. And when I say that it's made a difference, I actually really mean it, especially the duvet cover. So I'm gonna show you a picture of my bed. It's very pretty. They have like 20 or 25 different like mix and match ways that you can set up your bed set. So you can actually buy your bed set in like a set. And that also, not only does it save you on cost, because I think it like cuts down on like 25%, as opposed to, you know, buying a flat sheet, buying a fitted sheet, buying a duvet cover, buying all the pillowcases, like buying it all separately. You can buy it in one bundle with Brooklinen, which is super really convenient. They're really comfortable. And also I ordered the luxe set. So there are two main sets, I think. There's like the classic, which is a pakal, and then there's the luxe set, which is this sateen. And especially the duvet cover. I have been sleeping on Brooklinen sheets since I got them. I've made my bed with them, and I haven't changed out. The duvet cover of the luxe sateen sheets is a little bit weighted, and it's so nice. Like, it's so luxurious feeling. Like, I didn't even consider, like, I've never really had nice sheets before. It's just never something that really occurred to me as something that I should do. I've heard people talk about it, but I just the fact that the duvet cover, the fact that all the sheets, they're first of all, I sleep cold. So the fact that they're warming is really, really nice. And the fact that the duvet cover feels like weighty, and all the sheets feel weighty, even the flat sheet feels like it's got substance to it. It's so comfortable. It's so comfortable to sleep on. Yeah, so thank you to Brooklinen for like approaching me for this, because I hadn't thought about sheets, but they're really good. They're good. And they also have really affordable, as I said, pricing and really honest pricing. So you can buy bundles, and Brooklinen right now until the end of August, August 31st, is running a special where you can get 15% off of all of their products on top of the savings you make when you have like a bundle set. So yeah, I would just suggest checking them out. And thank you again to Brooklinen for sponsoring this portion of the video, because it's been really nice. Moving on to my next lifestyle luxury, and then we're going to move on to like the more luxury items, is I finally actually restarted Ariel. It's been a long time coming because it only has been a few months since I started, but I finally found a new studio to do Ariel. I haven't been able to practice Ariel since before the panorama, and it's been really nice to get back into it. I obviously have to build up my strength and stamina again, which hasn't been super easy, especially since I've had health problems a little bit. But it's just, I've been remembering stuff, my body has been remembering stuff, and it's just so nice to get back into. And I love being able to move my body again in this practice-controlled way that really makes me feel strong and flexible and proud of myself. If there's an exercise that you've been always thinking about wanting to do and you haven't gotten into it yet, just try a class, try it for a week, try it for a couple of weeks. It makes such a difference, and I've been really, really happy with the fact that I managed to make myself rejoin it, even amongst all the things that's been going on, even with how busy I've been and how not well I've sometimes felt and how other things have been just like intruding. And it's been so nice. I'm really glad that I did it again, and I'm just looking forward to growing with the practice and getting better and better. So now we're going to be bridging lifestyle and luxury in terms of like items. And the first thing I want to talk about is a couple of fragrances. So I have Chanel Chance here, and I've been purchasing Chanel Chance for a few years now, several years now, and I really like it. It's a very fruity floral fragrance scent, and it's very light, so it's really good for right now in like the spring, summer, but it also lasts a really long time, which I really appreciate. This is the pink kind. This is the Chanel Eau Tendre Eau de Toilette. It's the pink one. Not that you can super see because of the light, but yeah, this is the pink one. And I have the orange one as well, the Eau de Parfum, but I've actually been finding that that one's a little too heavy for me. So I really like the pink. I keep purchasing it in the set. So it comes with the fragrance, and it also comes with this little travel fragrance, which is super handy and convenient, especially if you want to throw it into your bag throughout the day. And it just twists up like this, and you can get refill sets for this. It just pops out. It's super convenient. So I really like this. Everything I talk about, if I can, I'll link it down below, by the way, in the event that you want to check it out yourselves. But yeah, so Chanel Chance is one of my go-to fragrances, and I've been really enjoying it. I'm currently wearing it today. It works really well with the pH of my skin too, which I've had some trouble with fragrances not working well with the pH. They dissipate like immediately, or they don't actually work, and then they give me a headache. But Chanel Chance Eau Tendre Eau de Toilette has been a really good go-to. The next one I want to talk about is a new fragrance to me, and it's actually a Tom Ford. This is the Tom Ford Tobacco Vanille. And this is the 30 ml size. I got it small just because this is my first time purchasing it. The story of how I got this is actually kind of funny. I was in a Coach store purchasing a birthday gift for a friend. I was getting her a bag, and it was her first like kind of fancy bag. I was very proud of myself because her reaction was delightful. And I did that thing where the sales associate was wearing a fragrance, and I asked her what it was because it was so nice, and she said it was Tobacco Vanille. And so I ended up going downstairs to the Neiman Marcus to ask for a sample of it, which the person operating the counter kindly gave me, and I wore it for a week straight because I loved it so much. This is actually, so it's got a lot of vanilla notes, but there's some muskiness to it, and it does have like an essence of tobacco, but not like cigarette smell or cigar smell. It's just got this kind of really deep note of like kind of smoke woodsy, but it dries down powdery for me, which I really do like. It does, after a long period of wear, have an element of kind of cocoa butter to it, which isn't my favorite in comparison to how it feels throughout the rest of the day, but this lasts all day. Like I spray it in the morning and it lasts until like 9 or 10 o'clock at night. And that's the time when the cocoa butter scent like comes through. And then it's kind of nice because it's a sleeping sort of scent for me. So I just really like that. I've been really enjoying this. And I've used quite a lot of it since I purchased it just a little while ago. Not that you can tell because the bottle is black, but I think that the liquid is kind of like down to here sort of thing. I would definitely repurchase this, and I repurchased it in the bigger size. I was able to get this for 15% off because I think it was Nordstrom that was doing some some price matching. This is my first time really experiencing Tom Ford fragrances, and I kind of understand the hype now because it's really good. It's really good, and it lasts such a long time, which is really nice. Recommend this if you like these types of fragrances. Another thing I've been liking so much are these. Now, okay, they're in the Fendi pouch, which I've actually been really enjoying, guys, because it's so smooshy, and it's got this clip, which is incredibly handy for like clipping into your bag or clipping off the side of a bag. But these are the Fandache sunglasses that I unboxed earlier on my channel and raved about for weeks, if not months, and I finally got them. It was a debacle. I'll link the video for you if you're interested in them or interested in the video, but like, I love them so much. I love them so much. I've been wearing my contacts more often actually because I've been so excited to wear these sunglasses when I just go out and about. And I had several of you suggest getting them prescription. I'm not sure how I feel about that yet. I don't even know how they would do it because these are full plastic rim, but just I'm so pleased with them. I'm so glad I finally was able to track them down. I'm so glad that I finally like bit the bullet to get them, and just I like them a lot. I like them so much, and so I had to mention them in this video. I absolutely did. I know that they're not available to get anymore, but if you have a pair of sunglasses, even if they're more expensive and they're gonna be your sunglasses, like your little luxury splurge for sunglasses, and they'll also make you wear sunglasses because, you know, eye sun damage is a thing, I would recommend it. It's worth it. You'll wear them all the time. They'll make you happy all the time. Like, do the thing if you can. So very happy with these. Very glad that I ended up scoring them. All right, we're coming on to the end now. I have 2 SLGs to share with you and then 2 bags to share with you. So I'm gonna do the SLGs first. And the first SLG I want to share is my Louis Vuitton Recto Verso. Now, I have talked about this on several occasions on my channel. I even made a video reviewing this, like a whole video reviewing every aspect of this little piece. So I won't go into it too much in detail now, but I like this a lot. It is so convenient. You can fit so much in it and it's still like really compact. The only downside is that when you stuff it, it gets like pretty thick. So it's not really a mini wallet, compact wallet, as opposed to kind of a medium size just because of how thick it gets. But I mean, it's still a mini wallet and it's compact wallet. It's real good. It's real good, everybody, and I like it a lot. It's got so many compartments. It's got this one. It's got this one. It has stretched out a little bit, but nothing that concerns me with anything falling out or being insecure. And I actually only just recently switched out of this to kind of give it a break. I've really enjoyed it. I've been considering possibly getting it in another color. It just recently came out in Damier Azur, and it's very pretty. I really like the Damier Azur with the pink ballerine leather accents. Like you have the black one on this one, and yeah, it's really nice. So definitely a favorite. This little thing, it's a powerhouse, packs a punch. I don't know how that phrase is supposed to be used, but I like it a lot. It's super convenient and super easy, and I love how it's organized too. So I'm gonna stop babbling about this piece, but definitely a favorite, 100% recommend, even for the current price. I do. So there's that. And then the next SLG is my Chanel snap card holder, the flap card holder. So I have a few of these now, and they're really good. This is the one I'm currently using as my wallet, actually. So it's got like all my stuff in it, like cash, cards in the back. You can also put coins in here because of the flap, and they're not gonna fall out. So I usually keep 2 quarters in this as well. I keep 2 quarters in pretty much everything I can, just in case, just in case. And it's also got this pocket at the back, which is where I keep my ID. And it's really compact, and it is a little bit poofy, but it's super compact, it's super pretty. And the nice thing about having a luxury SLG, and I'm gonna pull up the Recto Verso too, is just if it's beautiful and you love it and you get to see it and use it in your bag all the time, I think that's worth it. Even if it's a splurge, even if it's a little bit more expensive, I think that's worth it because it makes you happy every single time you use it, and you're gonna use it basically every day because it's your wallet. I think that's worth it, and I think that's worth it to me. Both of these were over $500, including tax, and I do it again. I like them both. I love them both. I have this in a couple of different colors. I'm considering getting this in a different color. And I know that there are some people who say don't like spend your money on SLGs. It's better to put it towards a bag. I understand that concept, but I think if you can have a nice SLG, even if you can't afford the bag yet, you can still have a nice SLG in a less expensive bag and get to see it and use it every single day and have it make you happy. So I don't think it's like wasting your money, even though you could put that towards something more expensive. That makes you happy, it makes you happy, it makes me happy. There you go. These are definite favorites, and I would get them in other colors. I would. So I just, being honest, I would probably get doubles of these. I have doubles of this already. I have this in the beautiful iridescent pink from 2021K. Very pretty. Haven't used that one yet, but just like gorgeous. Just very, very, very nice. 21K. All right. Okay. So that's that. My last two items are bags, and I have one pre-loved item and then one item I bought new. I'm going to talk about both of them. What should I leave for the finale? I think I'm going to leave the pre-loved one for the finale because that's actually a little bit of a wild card, but it's super good. So the new bag, the new luxury bag I'm going to be talking about is this, my YSL Mini Lou camera bag. And when I purchased this, and I did videos for most of the things I'm talking about today, I did a review on this one as well, so I'll just link all of them for you. When I bought this bag, I didn't expect it to become a favorite. I expected to like it and obviously use it and like it, but I didn't expect to like it as much as I do. It's so convenient, and it fits enough. It fits plenty for what I need. Obviously it's a mini bag. It's pretty compact, but it fits phone, keys, wallet. It can fit a mini pochette if you wanted to. It fits a little bit on top of phone, keys, wallet. It fits like a fragrance and a hand sanitizer as well. It's really easy to throw on and go because of the grained hardware. It's pretty durable too. I don't really worry about scratches. Speaking of scratches, the hardware does get scratched, and that's not something that really bothers me. Like, it's not so black hardware, so it doesn't chip in the way that would really bother me a lot, but it does scratch a little bit. So just letting you know that hardware scratches if you use your items, and that's just kind of a fact of how it goes. I don't really mind, but I did want to point it out because it is something that happens. And the strap, the other negative, really, the strap is not removable or adjustable. So kind of how it sits is how it sits, and that's it. It does sit on a nice crossbody length for me, which is how I normally use it. It also fits really nicely on the shoulder, in my opinion, so I think this is a good length for me. And I like it a lot. I've really been using this a lot. The back is actually really good for receipts, so I'll put receipts in here, and it's not really good for like your phone or anything, but it's convenient to just like stuff a receipt in there. If you pay for something, you put your SLG back in your bag, you stuff a receipt, as opposed to just stuffing it all in the bag and making it crumpled up, which I track all of my receipts and write everything down and take pictures of them all and record everything. So that's part of what I do for finances. If you're interested in a finance video, an updated one, please feel free to let me know, because I think that would be fun to do, making more like personalized videos about stuff, kind of like this one actually is, like a favorites video. But let me know, because I love finances, I do a lot with finances, and making finance videos would be fun for me. So just, that was a really random side note, dovetailing off from receipts. But yeah, so this is a really cute bag. I do really enjoy it, and I would recommend it. And especially if you can get it for a little bit less than the current retail. I did recently make a video, I don't know if it's still relevant, but I recently made a video about how you can get actually some of the YSL bags for much less than retail if you know where to purchase it. So I'll link that video, and I'll just like link to the landing page of the YSL bags too, just in case you're interested. But I'd recommend it. I don't know how long that like deal is going to last, so just I would suggest checking it out. And yeah, I really like this bag. I really like this bag. I really like everything in this whole video. It's a favorites video. Amazing. What a concept. All right, moving on to my last item. All right, so this might be a really bit of a wild card and might surprise some of you, but my last item and my last favorite, and I could not make this video without talking about this bag, is this. This is my pre-loved Louis Vuitton Cabas Messo. It is a vintage bag because it is over 20 years old. I think this is from 2021 or 2023, but I think it's 2021. And it is such a good bag. This is, I think I just said that this is the Cabas piano size, so it's the smallest of the size. It's kind of like the PM. It's got a zipper on top, which is awesome. And yes, there's vachetta on it, but I don't mind. I recently made a video about rehabbing, like cleaning up, restoring vintage Louis Vuitton pieces, or any Louis Vuitton piece that has canvas and vachetta. So I would recommend checking that video out if you're interested in learning like safe ways to keep your Louis Vuitton items clean and, you know, hydrated and stuff and up to scratch. But this bag is so convenient. It's a great size because it's small, like it's kind of a compact tote. Fits my iPad in it, fits a water bottle on top of that, fits my planner, fits a notebook, fits my wallet, fits my keys. Like all of those things fit in my sunglasses. All of those things fit inside this comfortably. And that's great. Like, I don't need a big, huge bag to carry my iPad and a water bottle and all of my manilian notebooks and stuff. Like, that's awesome. Like, it sits pretty well on the shoulder. It doesn't completely pass the elbow test. Like, you can't like completely elbow test it. Elbow test. You can't completely get it on your elbow without a little bit maneuvering, but it sits really nicely, and I like this bag so much. I did buy this bag pre-loved. I have a whole video on how to buy bags pre-loved on different marketplaces like eBay or Buy, and what to look for in terms of wear and tear and damages for those bags. That is a really good video if I do say so myself, so I would consider it checking out. I know this whole video is me recommending other videos. Hope that's okay, but yeah, I made videos on all these things because I like all these things. So I already talked about them, but yeah, this is such a good bag. I'd buy this again. I already bought it again. I bought this in the meso size, the larger size, which I admit I don't use as often because it's more of a travel bag for me because it fits so much. Like, that thing can fit my laptop and a sweater. This is just a great bag if I want to take my iPad to like meet my friends for like a writing date or just go out and about and I need a little bit more than, you know, like a mini bag, like a camera. Like, this just obviously fits a lot more. Like both of these bags, and I should probably hold this one right. But this is so good. If you're into the market for a Cabas piano and you're on the fence about getting one, this is my 100% recommendation. These are great, excellent bags. I don't know why they were discontinued. I kind of know why. Louis Vuitton does it all the time, but good bag, good bag. Appreciate it. Very, very nice, very good. So those are all my current luxury favorites, items, and activities that are just making my life feel a lot more luxurious these days. I've been really enjoying exploring more and different things and different activities in this luxury space, and making room for me and self-care in terms of, you know, skincare, hair care, sleep, doing an activity that I really enjoy, and then just buying things that make me happy and that I think are worthwhile to utilize in my everyday life, because I think that's really, really helpful too, that you just use it a lot and you get to see it and enjoy it a lot. And so I love all of my bags, obviously, but there are some that I use more than others, especially right now in the spring, summer area time, you know what I mean. And so I wanted to highlight the stuff that is making me extra happy today, and in general, not just today. I wanted to say thank you again to Brooklinen for sponsoring this video. I do genuinely recommend them. I really do. And until August 31st, they're running that special where you can get 15% off everything, which is great. If you click the link below, I will link everything below, but Brooklinen, the link below for that 15% off, again, till August 31st. Really good. I would recommend it. And thank you so much for watching. What was your favorite item in this video that I showcased? Or if you have a luxury favorite, please do share it in the comments. I'd love to hear about it. And I'd love to just hear about more things to try if you are interested in sharing. If you like this video, please do give it a like. It super duper helps the algorithm, and subscribe for more content that helps the algorithm even more. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.